Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Charlotte. I have just recently moved back to Hong Kong. Obviously with the pandemic that's going on, the regulations to come into the country are slightly different as to what they normally would be. And I am on day 14 of quarantine today. So I thought, what better time to sit down and talk to myself? Because that's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. If you haven't seen any of my other videos that I've posted here on YouTube, go check them out, and you know, if you like them, you can always give a like and click that subscribe. So I thought I would take you through really quickly, I don't want it to be boring, what got me through quarantine. Like, I know it's not over yet, I've still got today to go, but honestly, I've quite enjoyed it. I've enjoyed my own company, I've kept myself busy. I really thought that I would hate it, and other than craving the outdoors, I've been alright. So every day I was very strict on having a routine. The hotel that I'm staying in here in Hong Kong, there's a little table outside of my door where they'll leave my breakfast, my lunch and my dinner. So every morning between 8:30 and 9:30 there'd be a doorbell. My breakfast is outside, so if I didn't wake up already, the doorbell would wake me up, and so I'd grab my breakfast, watch something on just like a series on Netflix while I eat my breakfast. I say I eat my breakfast, most of the time I didn't eat the breakfast because it was like noodles and soup and dim sum and things that I just don't want to even look at in the morning. When it was eggs, croissants, then I ate the breakfast in bed. Then I made sure then that I got up, got dressed, made the bed every day without fail. And then really all I did was give myself one task for the day. So I'd wake up and be like, right, today I'm gonna do a workout. Today I'm gonna practice some makeup because I've really not been doing much makeup for the last 8 months. As long as I did that task, then I couldn't feel guilty about a day. Say it was the laziest day ever, like yesterday's task was to clean my makeup brushes, but I did other things and then I felt good about it because I did other things. Then every day at like 3:30ish, 4ish, so they'd come to the door and gun me and make sure that my temperature was normal and I didn't have a fever. Then obviously I would get ready for bed, like shower, whatever, get into bed, and I would watch a film on an evening. So that being said, that is a smooth transition into what films I've watched over the last 2 weeks. I wanted to watch films that I'd not watched before. Now, some of these might shock you that I've not watched them before, and I apologise for that. If you are offended by the fact that I've not watched these before, do you know what? I have now, and I'm grateful for it. Grateful for the time. I've included the film that I watched on the flight as well, so I have got 14 films, even though I have got a film to watch tonight as well, which I'm not sure what I'm going to watch yet. Are we ready? So film number 1 was Disney Pixar's Onward. That gets a thumbs up because Disney Pixar. Film number 2 was Joker. Thumbs up. I thought this was incredible, upsetting, but day 3 was obsessed. Thumbs up. I basically watched Homecoming that day and was in a bit of a Beyonce mood, so decided to watch that film. I mean, it's Beyonce, of course I like it. Film number 4 was Little Women. That thumbs up. So good. Thoroughly enjoyed. Film number 5 was, am I on 5? Am I on 5? I'm not going to count down. I'll detail it below what films I've watched and number them. The next film is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I actually do enjoy Tarantino films. I reluctantly started to watch them with my boyfriend because he really loves Tarantino films, and it is a good one. Long, but Tarantino. Next up, Saturday Night Fever. Thumbs up, it's a classic. Then I watched Aloha with Bradley Cooper and I forgot her name. They're from Mean Girls. Oh, and the Emma Stone as well. Oh, what's the name from Mean Girls? Rachel Stevens. Is that right? Yeah, thumbs up. I enjoyed it. It was an easy watch. Then the next evening I watched Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt, Kimmy versus the Reverend. If you've not watched a Kimmy Schmidt series, then definitely watch that first, because it wouldn't really make sense to you if you just watched, well, I mean, it'd still be a fun film, but it makes more sense if you watch the series, so watch that first if you're not. It's one of the interactive Netflix films, so you choose what the characters do. I like it. I mean, I know it's probably not to everybody's taste, but I'm a big fan of Kimmy Schmidt and Titus and Rob Dawn. Then I watched Young Adult. Thumbs up. It wasn't your normal romantic comedy. It had a dark side, and I liked that. The next evening, I cried at an Adam Sandler film. My mind is blown. I love Adam Sandler, and I've always loved his films from growing up. Click. I watched Click. Thumbs up. Especially given the circumstances. It really made me think about not rushing even this time. I didn't want at that point quarantine to be over. I wanted to enjoy it even more. It was like a nice inspirational watch. Click. Yeah. With Emily in Paris being #1 on Netflix at the minute, which I did watch this week. And I enjoyed it, more for nostalgic reasons of when I lived in Paris, honestly. But I did enjoy it. So I watched Love, Rosie, which has got Lily Collins in it as well. Thumbs up. It was a good film. It was a feel-good film. Okay. Again, don't be mad that I've not seen this before. Ghost. Obviously I know like what it's about. I mean, being a dancer, there's so many ghost themed like dance at comps and champs and whatever. So I got the picture. Thumbs up. It did make me laugh. It didn't actually make me cry because just obviously it's an old film, but I really enjoyed it. Then I watched Purple Rain because I like Prince and I love that song. But it was long, interesting. It weren't as good as what I wanted it to be. And then the last film that I watched last night, now I know I'm easily pleased, as evidence would suggest. I've given pretty much every film a thumbs up, but 365 Days is a thumbs down. I didn't like it. It's Beauty and the Beast crossed with 50 Shades of Grey, and it's got a really bad ending. So moving on from films then, I also read a book this past 2 weeks. Actually, I've not finished it yet. I've got like another chapter to go that I'm going to read before I go to bed tonight. And that book is this one. I bought it at Manchester Airport and I just thought it was super appropriate for what I was about to experience. Just the whole journey from Manchester to Hong Kong was the longest. I've really, really, really enjoyed this book. If you've not read any of Mark Manson's books before, I recommend. I just love the way that he writes. I laugh out loud at his stuff, like it's funny stuff. This particular book touches on nihilism, anti-fragility, obviously hope. It's a book about hope. It's food for thought, really is food for thought, this book. I also did a course this week. It was a 4-week course that I managed to do in about 2 days. I blitzed through it. Obviously I had plenty of time to blitz through it. It was through Futurelearn, which is a website I've used before when I've been away and wanted to just kind of keep my mind working. It was through the University of York. The course was called Tackling Environmental Challenges for a Sustainable Future. It is certainly something that I'm becoming more passionate about, especially within the last year. I know I'm late to the game. I've really started thinking about my diet and leaning towards more sustainable products and things like that. Obviously, I understand people don't have the time to do a 4-week course, but certainly do some research on how you could be better. I upcycled an upcycled garment. This is a twice upcycled garment. It's now a crop top. Between Mark Manson's new book and the course, my mind has been blown. Just everything, I've had so much time these past 2 weeks to kind of really get in my own thoughts. And I think those two things combined really have blown me away. I've been sat here really questioning life, questioning what I consider to be important in life, why we're doing things that we're doing that we necessarily shouldn't be doing. It's just really been quite overwhelming, and I think that's the best part about this whole 2-week experience of being in isolation. Anyway, I hope that if you are going into quarantine, that this video is kind of giving you some ideas of what you can get yourself up to. I would strongly recommend having a routine, making sure that you get up and you're staying positive. I've found it personally very easy. The 2 weeks has flown. I can understand why people wouldn't find it easy, and that's okay if you don't find it easy, but maybe these things can like help you, you know, finding a good book to read and really testing your knowledge, you know, giving yourself a goal of the day. Like one task of the day was probably the best thing that I could have done, just making sure that I'm acknowledging that I need to do something, whether it's a lot or whether it's not, just do something each day. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I really feel funny about talking in front of a camera, which is weird given what I have to do for a job, but I'll enjoy my last day of quarantine. I can't wait to get out of this room. It's a lovely hotel room, but I cannot wait to get into my apartment and settle down, unpack properly, and enjoy my Hong Kong life again.